the café where fear sat at table 7. The café opened every morning at exactly 8 o'clock. But fear arrived much earlier. By the time the first cups were warming on the espresso machine and the smell of roasted beans drifted into the street, everyone already knew whether he was coming. Table 7. The seat by the window. If that chair was empty, the café breathed normally. Laughter slipped out between sips. Spoons clinked freely. The barista hummed while working. But when that chair was occupied, the entire place held its breath. Jonathan Crow never announced himself. He didn't need to. The moment his black luxury sedan stopped outside, conversations lowered. Shoulders stiffened. Employees straightened their uniforms as if preparing for inspection. Jonathan Crow was not just wealthy. He was powerful. A self-made billionaire whose name appeared in business magazines beside words like ruthless, visionary, untouchable. A man rumored to fire executives over coffee and destroy companies before lunch. And in this small, elegant café, he was known for something else entirely: humiliation. Every morning at 9 sharp, he ordered the same thing: black coffee. No sugar, no milk, no patience. If the cup wasn't placed perfectly, he complained. If the temperature was off by even a degree, he snapped. If a server hesitated for half a second too long, he stared until they forgot how to breathe. No one talked back. No one ever dared. Except today. Because today, there was a new waitress. Her name was Emily Carter. It was her first day. She arrived early, hands slightly trembling as she tied her apron. The cafe manager, Mr. Lewis, noticed immediately. "First days are always the hardest," he said gently. "Just stay calm, follow the routine, and you'll be fine." Emily nodded. She had learned to nod a lot in life. Nodding kept things simple, safe. She needed this job. Her mother had raised her alone after her father passed away, working cleaning shifts in office buildings that sparkled during the day and emptied at night. Emily had watched exhaustion carve lines into her mother's face year after year. This cafe job wasn't just work. It was hope. At 8:59, the front door opened. The cafe fell silent. Jonathan Crow walked in. He wore a tailored navy suit, silver hair neatly combed back, his presence heavy and commanding. He didn't look around. He didn't need to. Table 7 waited for him. He sat. Mr. Lewis leaned toward Emily, his voice low and urgent. "Listen carefully," he whispered. "Table 7 is difficult. Don't engage. Don't explain. Don't react. Just do exactly what he asks. And if anything goes wrong, come get me immediately." Emily followed his gaze and saw the man by the window. She didn't see a monster. She saw someone sitting alone. "I'll take it," she said. Lewis blinked. "Are you sure?" Emily nodded. She picked up the tray, steadied her breath, and walked toward table 7. Jonathan Crow didn't look up as she placed the cup in front of him. 5 seconds passed. Then, "This coffee is cold." His voice was sharp, cutting through the room. Emily gently touched the cup. It was hot, fresh. "I'm sorry, sir," she said calmly. "I'll bring you a new one." She turned to leave. "Do you know who I am?" The question stopped her. Everyone froze. Emily turned back slowly. "No, sir." Crow finally looked at her, eyes narrowing. "You should." Emily felt her heart pound, but something unexpected happened. She didn't feel afraid. I know you're a customer, she said, and I know my job is to treat you with respect. A murmur rippled through the cafe. Crow leaned forward. People like you are replaceable. The words landed hard. Emily swallowed. And people like you, she replied softly, often forget what it feels like to be human. Silence crashed down like glass shattering. Mr. Lewis rushed forward. Emily, please. Crow raised his hand. Stop. He studied her, not with anger now, but with curiosity. Why would you risk your job for a sentence? He asked. Emily took a breath. My mother cleaned offices for powerful men, she said. They spoke to her like she was invisible. She came home smiling, but I saw the pain she hid. For the first time, her voice trembled, but she didn't stop. I promised myself I would never stay silent when someone is treated like they don't matter. For the first time, his expression changed. Not rage, not pride, not profit. Something older. He exhaled slowly. Do you know why I sit here alone every morning? He asked. No one answered. My wife used to bring me coffee, he said quietly. She died 5 years ago. The cafe felt different now. Softer. I built empires, Crow continued, but I never learned how to keep people. I replaced kindness with control, respect with fear. He looked at Emily. He and fear obeys, he said, but it never stays. He stood up. The room waited for an explosion. Instead, he placed a generous bill on the table. For the coffee, he said, and for reminding me who I used to be. He turned to leave, then paused. Don't lose that courage, he said to Emily. The world tries very hard to take it away. The door closed behind him. The cafe exhaled. Lewis stared at Emily. You should be terrified right now, he said. Emily smiled faintly. I was, just not enough to stay quiet. That day, something changed. Not just in the cafe, but in a man who had forgotten that power without humanity is just another kind of loneliness. And in a young woman who learned that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is speak. The chair at table 7 was empty the next morning, but the lesson stayed.